Good morning and happy Mother's Day. Let's feed my pets. Today we're using all of my favorites. So of course for their bowls I had to bring out my custom made Paw Rent ceramic slow feeders, and for their base we're using Oma's Pride raw food. Holly's having the beef recipe from Oma's Pride, and I'm gonna pour it in this little bowl. That way I can mix in the toppers and supplements before I put it in the actual feeder. Next up is a multivitamin, and if you didn't know, this brand Buddy is actually co-owned by Maddie, a friend of mine who runs the page My Boy Rudder. Also gonna throw in a couple scoops of Wonderland from Native Pet, which quickly became a favorite because it clears up loose stool better than anything else I've ever tried. Gave this a good mix to make sure everything was nice and well incorporated, and then I just popped this in the feeder, and I did the same thing with Milkshake, except I didn't mix anything into her raw food. Another one of my favorites is organ meat. Just make sure you're not accidentally overdoing it on anything in particular. Today I'm using duck hearts from King Lou and the meat medley from Remy's Kitchen, which is one of my favorite ways to make organ meat nice and easy. The Starry Pumpkin from Skylar's Treats are obviously one of our favorites. They're so cute, and the Moo Moos from Lone Star are a really easy way to get a ton of beneficial toppers all in one product. Next is another one from Skylar's Treats. The Rabbit Cubes are one of my favorite products across the board from any brand, so if you've never tried them, I can't recommend them enough. Furry Chews are definitely one of my favorites. Today I'm using the rabbit ears from Skylar's Treats, but any of them will do, and for omegas, I went with 3 of my all-time favorites. Green lipped mussels are one of my favorite toppers in general, and I'll recommend them to anybody who will listen, and the seafood stuffed tracheas from Lone Star are a super easy way to add a stuffed trachea without having to make it myself. I also absolutely love freeze-dried minnows. A ton of different brands make them, but the ones from King Lou have a ton of different sizes. Chunky seafood granola from Lone Star is a favorite, and I love the freeze-dried blueberries. And here's your warning, the next item is whole prey. I feel like these quail hatchlings are a great introduction to whole prey that's a little bit less intimidating, and Milkshake has yet to take one, but I'm confident she's gonna change her mind. I fell in love with these little tiny purple sweet potato cubes. They add the perfect pop of color, and you guys know this is one of my favorite hip and joint supplements, and of course I couldn't forget the Native Pet air-dried chews. This is the Susie CBD oil and the Wild Acre milk thistle. Every single day, CBD oil has a ton of benefits, and milk thistle is good for the liver and kidneys. I'm sure it's no surprise that crude carnivore is my hydration of choice. I love the mushroom broth, and I also love adding a drizzle of local honey. I always love finishing off their bowls with some of the little cookies for decorations, and somehow I went out of order here adding fenugreek seeds and bee pollen, which are another couple of my favorites. And it's not a Hoogie Bear bowl unless I finish everything off with a dash of edible flower petals and some of the Mittens variety sprinkles. I know it's super late, but it's technically still Mother's Day, and this video is a little on the long side, so if you're still here, thank you so much for watching. Holly gave us an amazing breakfast boogie, and they both loved Mom's picks.